A judge has sentenced R. Kelly to 30 years in prison for racketeering and trafficking. He was convicted in September of racketeering and 8 counts of trafficking. Kelly allegedly used his prestige as a celebrity to force young women into sexual servitude. He will also have to register as a sex offender. Multiple witnesses testified during the trial that they were sexually and physically abused by Kelly.
Never thought that I would be here to see him be held accountable.
I stand here very proud of my judicial system, very proud of my fellow survivors, and very pleased with the outcome. 30 years did he do this, and 30 years is what he got.
Katie, does this send a message?
Yes, it does. It sends a message to other survivors that, you know, this is a day and time that we're being heard and believed.
The size of the sentence that R. Kelly received for his convictions under the RICO statute was much higher than what the government was asking for. This was not a surprise, given the fact that R. Kelly is a particularly unusual defendant. He was convicted of violations of the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, which has extremely severe penalties.
And I know guys, like, I've known guys all my life to have 5 or 6 women. Okay, so don't go there on me, okay, because that's the truth.
The fact that they're much younger than you.
I don't look at much younger than me. I just look at legal. I just look at you're you, I'm me. Now, I don't know if you're married. I don't know. I don't know if you had a relationship. I don't know what you know, I don't know. But one might be older than the other. One might be younger than the other, okay? So I just look at legal, okay? People. There are older men that like younger women.
Is that
there
you?
are younger women that like older men.
Are you an older man that likes younger women?
I'm an older man that love all women.
Okay.
Essential to establishing a racketeering conviction are a few elements. However, in order to do that, the government must show that the victim was damaging his or her business or property. Based on what we've seen so far, it appears that there was an omission in the research when it came to the impact of the story. It seems that the focus was only on the suffering of the young women and not on the damages that the victims sustained. This is something that Kelly May could have a fair argument about. If the substance is not reversed, the case may well be sent back to the government for another attempt to establish that critical element of loss of monetary or financial loss. Apparently, we were expecting to hear from R. Kelly, but after his attorney said that her client would not be giving any statements, we see that there are still some pending cases.
A statement in allocution? That was on advice of counsel. That was on my advice.
Why?
Because he has pending cases. It's obvious. He's got pending cases, and he has a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and I advised him to invoke that Fifth Amendment right. I promise you, he does want to make a statement. He will make statements eventually, but on the advice of counsel, he remains silent today.
The judge said that the defendant's prior criminal record and the circumstances of the case warranted a harsher sentence, and that a sentence within the guidelines would not be appropriate. The judge explained that the defendant's role in the crime was significant and that a longer sentence was necessary to send a message to others that such behavior will not be tolerated. The judge said that a prison sentence was the most appropriate sentence for the defendant. The federal prosecutors asked for an excessive sentence of 25 years. So, the court gave them what they wanted. Meanwhile, the defense team felt that a sentence of 10 years would be more appropriate given the crimes he was convicted of.
They have found the courage also to be here today to give their victim impact statements to the court.
What are you
and
hoping?
to Mr. Kelly. This has been a long journey for them, and I'm just so proud of them.
Persistence can result in obtaining justice. So, the word is to keep going, even if it is difficult. The statutes of limitations have been widened, so you have chances to have justice done. You will be able to confront your abuser and try to seek justice and balance. So, I think cases like this send strong messages to victims who may have been silenced by fear of prosecution, fear that they won't be believed.